Can you see me? It's very dark. Hello, everyone. Well, look at the time. You know what time it is? It's time for driving dialogue. That's right. Everyone's favorite time of the day. The time where I rant into my phone while driving home. And I don't know if you can hear that, but that's a semi-truck backing up. And they're about to block my only way to leave. So that's cool. Okay, I think he's leaving. Oh, thank God. I almost got stuck. Excuse me. I'm dying. No big deal. I just have the plague. So, first order of business. If you've listened to my earlier podcasts, you might remember a story I told where I told a joke that was so bad to a teacher that she basically shamed me. And so I've been nothing but quiet and anti-joke with her out of fear of, upsetting her or rather disappointing her again. Well, I don't know. I can't shut up. I'm a talker. So I thought of a joke and I went ahead and told it to her, and she laughed. She laughed. So I'm going to repeat that joke now. So she's a math teacher, right? So it's basically a story within a story is what I'm about to tell you. So I was talking to her, this math teacher, and I'm telling her, did you ever hear the story of this college math professor who told his students, you can bring in a single piece of paper and use anything you can that's on it? And this one student had a brilliant idea, and he got that piece of paper and he brought in a math scholar into the classroom, and he had the math scholar stand on the piece of paper. And because of that, he was able to get every single question on the test right with the help of his math scholar on the piece of paper. And the professor couldn't say boo. In fact, he went ahead and acknowledged it, accepted it, and gave the guy an A. Because at the end of the day, the most important thing is to think outside of the box. I personally believe it. I also believe in driving faster. What the hell's going on up there? Jeez. How is it 64 degrees in here and I'm breaking a sweat? It's the plague. It's the plague. Well, let me tell you about my weekend plans. I noticed that about last podcast. When I don't have anything to talk about, I just start giving you news updates. That's fine. This podcast is still in its early days. I'm sure by episode 1000 I'll have this down. But anyways, here are my weekend plans. Tomorrow, I'm going to get to see the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Except it's live and it's not the movie, so it's just called the Rocky Horror Show. And my friend is Frankenfurter, and if you know anything about the musical, that's the lead role. So I'm very excited, get to see my friend, get to see him kick ass in a lead part in a musical. That'll be fun. And they recommend that you wear costumes to the show, and I'm gonna dress up as a pirate. I love piracy. I love it so much that I stole a lot of things my entire youth. I was a kleptomaniac. Where did I steal the most from? The grocery store Safeway. Why is it called Safeway? Ain't nothing safe there. That's a joke I've written before. But it still stands true. Safeway, if you're listening, everything I say on this podcast is completely for entertainment value and should not be taken seriously. I used to steal from Safeway all the time. I remember I used to fill entire grocery carts and just walk out of the store. One time I almost got caught by a guy who later became a co-worker of mine when I ended up working at that Safeway. That's right, the same Safeway I used to steal from, I eventually worked 3 years for. So it went from me stealing from them to them stealing my soul. What was my least favorite part about working at Safeway, you may ask? Why, that's an easy question. The in-store audio network. What the hell's the in-store audio network? Well, the next time you're at a Safeway, go ahead and sit down somewhere and take a listen. If you listen long and hard enough, you'll notice that the songs they play at Safeway are not songs that any human really hears usually. Where did this music come from? Who are these artists? Why does this music exist? I don't understand the full details, but as far as I'm able to put together, there's some sort of Safeway grocery store music label something out there. There's some sort of weird relationship between the in-store audio network and stores like Safeway, where the most ratchet, unknown, crappy artists are singing the crappiest campfire rock or earworm pop music that you've ever heard in your life. Like, I honestly would rather a live feed from an open mic at a coffee shop in Seattle. At least the artists there have some soul. At least they have some heart. These people that you listen to on the in-store audio network, these are people are dead inside. This is music zombies. It is just the grossest music. It just makes you feel hollow inside. I can't even repeat any of it because it's unrepeatable. It's earwormy, yet it's unrepeatable. It's catchy, yet you don't want to catch it. You want to drop it. And it just gets stuck in your head, and it's painful. And if there's one thing I hate, it's music that just gets stuck in your head. Oh my gosh. Like, right now, a song that's been stuck in my head lately is this childhood song you might remember. Tell me if you know this one. Skip to my loo-be-loo, skip to my loo-be-lie, skip to my loo-be-loo, all on a Saturday night. What the hell is that music? What the hell's a loo-be-loo? Why am I skipping it? What's going on Saturday night? Is this some sort of song for witches? It can't be. It sounds like something that you teach your kids when you live in a Stefford family in a, like, 1960s white suburban town. Skip to my loo-be-loo, skip to my loo-be-lie. I know what a Labubu is. I don't know what a skip to my loo-be-loo is. Maybe that's the original Labubu? What were they talking about in that song? But, like, ancient songs are just so weird. Like, how about, ashes to ashes, we all fall down. Remember that song? Ring, ring around the rosy, pocket full of posy, ashes, ashes, we all fall down. That's about the Black Plague. That's about how we all fall down, we all die. Pocket full of posies, that's because they thought that putting posies in your pocket would, like, cover up the plague, because they thought everything was smell related back then. Like, you've seen those plague doctor masks? The reason the nose was so big was to, like, put a bunch of spices in there. Yeah, I can't get sick if everything smells good, they thought. And how about this? I heard this story. Once upon a time, Benjamin Franklin and John Adams shared a bed. I guess they were lonely, but more importantly, they shared a bed, and they argued all night. What did they argue about, you may think? Maybe slavery, maybe making America into a country, freedom, liberty, something important. No! John Adams and Benjamin Franklin shared a bed and argued with each other all night about whether or not to keep the window open. And even though John Adams eventually became president, it was Benjamin Franklin who won the debate. Why did John Adams not want the window open? Was he cold? Or did he not like the flies? No, nothing like that. They had this weird belief back in the day, kind of like the Black Plague thing, where they thought there was such a thing as bad air, that the air got you sick. John Adams was scared of the air, the night air. And he's like, shut that window. I'm scared of the night air, the scary night air. As if as soon as the sun goes down, the air itself turns evil and malicious. And he had what he thought was a true disease, that a lot of people thought they had this disease. And it was called miasma. Not my asthma, miasma. M-I-A asthma. I don't know how to spell it. But the point is, it was spelt miasma, not M-Y asthma. One word. I'm not going to dwell on this any longer. Figure it out. Just Google it. Miasma. John Adams thought he had it. A lot of people did. They all thought they had this disease where the evil air was going to come in the night, come in through your window and give you the plague or something, whatever they were afraid of back then, typhoid fever or whatever the crap. Whoa, Mr. Semi-Truck is taking an evasive maneuver right now. All right, that's cool. What else can we talk about history? Let's talk about George Washington's teeth. Everyone thought George Washington had wooden teeth. Well, turns out it's a bit more evil and messed up than that. George Washington, along with other rich slave owners of the time, when they needed new teeth, and they did need new teeth because they didn't know what a toothbrush or dental floss was, when all his teeth inevitably fell out, he got himself a new set of pearly white teeth. However, these teeth were from the teeth of his slave. Wow, this car almost hit me. I'm trying to enter the freeway. How do you not anticipate me? Anyways, George Washington had slave teeth. And he also had like lead in his mouth too. So he was going crazy from lead poisoning while chewing food with the teeth of other humans. So, I don't know. I feel like you're already crazy if you're eating things with the teeth of other people. Plus the lead poisoning. This country was founded by a madman. Our first president was a psychopath with lead poisoning and other people's teeth in his mouth. And this is the man we all revere, not to be confused with Paul Revere. No, I mean, this is the man we all respected. This is the guy we put on our $1 bill. He stole the teeth of his slaves? That's a whole other extra level of kind of messed up, right? It's one thing to be a slave owner, it's another thing to be this impromptu tooth fairy, this evil tooth fairy that just rips the teeth out of your slaves' mouths. Tell me you at least waited for your slave to die a natural death. If you went to George Washington's plantation, and if you asked everyone to smile, was it just a bunch of gummy mouths with no teeth? Did everyone on his plantation have to eat oatmeal? What kind of life did these people live? Did they say, oh, you better, get the rest of that crop before sundown. George is going to take your tooth. Not my tooth, it's my last one. He can't have that one too. Oh, he will. He needs another pair of dentures. He needs that second pair of teeth for chewing steak. That's right, old George has the picture taken teeth or the portrait taken teeth, and he's also got his steak chewing teeth. He has all kinds of sets of mouths. He even has the vampire teeth for when it's Halloween. Segway! Halloween's coming up. Are you dressing up? I'm not. My household, we don't celebrate Halloween because we're good Christians. I mean, we try to be. We don't go to church or anything, and we don't exactly live morally correct lives, but we try to be good people. We try. I mean, we say bad words and gamble and smoke and drink. Well, I do. But our heart's in the right place. I mean, I don't really like going to church, really. I feel like half the people at a church are fake. I feel like half of the population of people that attend a church are fake. When I go to a church, it feels like half the people I meet are only there to feel superior. That's no reason to be in a religion. I mean, aren't you a little bit afraid? I mean, have they really convinced themselves that they're good people? Because I always thought when you die and if you go to heaven, like either Jesus or God or an angel or someone's gonna be like, all right, turns out you weren't a good person, or you were a good person. And it's like, explain to you why. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a Buddhist who dies and goes to heaven. And, you know, I think even Jesus, even though the Buddhist isn't Christian, I think a lot of Buddhists are good people. You know? You can't tell me a Buddhist is a bad person just because they didn't believe exactly the right religion. I think at the end of the day, what's important is if you're a good person. And I think that at the pearly gate, they give you a scan that scans through all the bullshit and all the things that you think and say, and it determines whether or not you're a good person. I just don't believe that you're only going to go to heaven if you attend church every Sunday, you drink gross fruit juice and pretend it's blood, you eat stale bread and pretend it's the body of Jesus, that you listen to a charlatan try to make you cry or convince you to give you money so they can build a new dance hall at the church, so they can build a new building at the church. I don't know, I just see churches as businesses. I don't see them all as places that are designed to just help you get into heaven or to celebrate Jesus or whatever. I feel like most churches are just businesses, man. All they want is money. That's what it feels like. And they tell you, oh, you have to give 10% of your money. That's a lot of my frickin' money. Are you kidding me? I'm frickin' poor. Every dollar counts for me. And you guys have the audacity to tell me you need 10% of my money? I don't think God needs money. I think God is fine. God's God. Why would God need money? It's only man that needs money. It's not like God's like hungry. It's not like God needs a new place to live. He's in heaven. He doesn't need our earthly money. And by the way, I thought money was the root of all evil. If money's the root of all evil, how come you churches want it? Why do you want the root of all evil? I think Jesus even called the love of money like a demon. He gave it a name that starts with like an M. Like, I don't remember, but there is a name for the love of money, and it's evil, man. It's the root of all evil. But it's the one thing that all churches want. They need it. And like they say that the Vatican is like richer than most countries, and the country itself is like the size of Manhattan or something. I don't know. It's small, Vatican City. And they have like all this art that they've collected over the years. Don't ask us how we got the art. Man, I just want to go to Italy so bad. I want to go to Britain. I want to go to France. I want to go to Ireland. I want to travel the world. And it's like, I one time dated this girl, right? And so, okay, there's this giant map of the world in my bedroom that's the size of the entire wall. And I had this girl that I was dating over, and she was looking at the map, and she's just like, why do you have that? And I was like, oh, well, I think it's cool, and I'd like to travel the world someday. And she was like, I don't. And it was at that moment I knew, oh, this relationship's going nowhere. Because there's just a big difference between a person who wants to travel the world and somebody who wants to just stay in one place the rest of their lives. There's just a big difference. And I'm sorry, but I personally believe if you're the kind of person that's open to traveling the world, you're probably open about a lot of other things too. You're probably just an open person in general. And that's what I want to be. I want to be an open person. I want to be an open-minded person. I want to be open to new ideas. That doesn't mean I'm so open-minded that my brain falls out. I mean, I want to be able to listen to other people. I want to meet new people. I want to go to new places. I want to see new things. I want to see new perspectives. I don't think that the way we do things here in America is the perfect way. I'm not convinced that there is such a thing as a perfect way. I believe in different strokes for different folks. And there's no one right way to do things. So I'm open to seeing how other places do it. Now, would I necessarily want to live in some of these places? Probably not. Would I rather live in America? Yeah, probably. But do I want to visit and travel and taste their food? Absolutely. I love food. And I watch this guy on YouTube called Best Food Reviews Show Ever. Something like that. And he's a really upbeat guy. He talks fast, talks a lot, really articulate. And he's good at describing food. I don't know if he has a culinary background or something, but he's really good. And I watch a lot of his show. It's what I fall asleep to. I used to fall asleep to watching Bob Ross videos, but now I fall asleep watching this food review show. And he's got these YouTube videos that are hours long, and he'll go to places in the world like Indonesia or Taiwan or places in India and Pakistan, all over the world. He's basically eating around the world, and it's basically a dream for me. That sounds like a dream come true. Are you kidding me? Have a camera crew on you. I think he travels with his wife a lot. So him and his wife get to travel the world together as a couple, experience the world together, and he also gets to film himself giving food reviews on food from all around the world. That just sounds like this guy's living the right life. Are you kidding me? I would love that. I think food is just one of the most important things in life. And I don't mean just in a, you need it to live. No, I mean something spiritual about food. For me personally, like people get religious experiences walking into a beautiful church or something. I get a religious experience sitting down at a beautiful meal. Especially if that meal has been heartfeltly made, homemade from scratch, cooked with love, original home recipes that have been in your family for generations. There is just something magical about that. I think there's just something magical about certain foods. And it's sad that in America, we see food as fuel or something that can be just, done fast food. Give me that soda. Give me some sugar fast. I need the calories fast. Everything's just a sandwich or a burger. I need that eaten with my hand fast. I need to eat while I'm driving or eat while I'm watching a movie. Eat while I'm watching my Netflix. Eat while I'm doing this, that, and the other. Whereas so many other countries, they see the eating process as a communal, special occasion where you come together and take a break, slow down, take a breath, sit down with your loved ones or friends, have a drink. Like, I love the idea of tapas. tapas in Spain. A tapas, if you don't know, is like little hors d'oeuvres and nice little munchies and dips and fine breads and cheeses and just drinks. And you would have your tapas, in between times of the day for meals, and you'd have what's called siestas. Because in Spain, they have siestas, and what a siesta is just a break. And you can take it pretty much whenever. A lot of people take their siesta in the afternoon. And their meals can last hours and hours. And they're not just eating, they're sitting down and just enjoying each other's company. And I think we need more of that in America. We need people to come together and break bread together, talk to each other. Instead, what do? We all eat by ourselves, watching Netflix or YouTube, listening to our echo chambers, not taking in new ideas or eating with new people. And I just think there's something beautiful about going around the world and breaking bread with new people. I just really want to do that. I don't know how to do it. I don't know the first way to do it. I don't even have a passport. Don't even ask me how to get one. I mean, for the longest time, for the last about year, I thought I lost my Social Security card. Thank God I found that. Oh my gosh. Because I don't even know what kind of hassle that would be. I mean, I'm barely an adult. Let's break it down. I'm barely an adult. I mean, I'm old enough to be an adult, but I can hardly adult, man. So much of my young adult life was me asking people older than me, what do I do? Dude, this guy's crazy. He almost hit the frickin' median. Sorry, I got distracted by a crazy driver. Friday night drivers! Yeah, woo! Oh my gosh, it's so hot in this car right now. I know it affects the audio quality, but I need air! Oh God, my miasma! I just let a bunch of night air into my car. John Adams, quick, get the leeches! Oh, that's a cool way to kind of wrap up the George Washington story. Guess how Georgie died? Even though I'm sure he was much like John Adams and paranoid of things he didn't understand, like miasma, Georgie also believed in bloodletting. Yeah, our founding father was basically living a life of like a tribal person in the woods somewhere, where he believed in ancient medicine like bloodletting. And he had like the common cold or some crap. He just had a cold or something. And he kept asking them to put leeches and drain his blood. Oh God, I almost crashed. They kept asking him to they kept taking his blood, and he would thank his doctor. He would say, "Thank you, doctor, for taking extra blood. I know you don't recommend it, doctor, but I just really think if you take extra blood, it'd be for the best." And like the day he died or something, they took like a pint or two of his blood. And it's like modern medicine tells us, he might have lived if he just didn't take his blood. God, I would not have survived back then, man. Because I get the heebie-jeebies about blood. Oh my God, even talking about it right now, I'm getting a little tingly, a little shaky, a little, a little vertigo or whatever. I hate blood. I hate it. That's why Halloween's kind of hard and I can't watch horror movies. I mean, I watch them, but I don't like blood. I don't like it. Stays in the body. I don't know why we got frickin' take blood out all the time. God. I mean, I was on this medicine and they needed to draw blood from me at the doctor's oh my God, basically every 2 weeks for a while. It's so crazy, but I did it so much that I basically conquered my fear of getting my blood drawn. But my God, there was the longest time where I could not get my blood drawn. I mean, even to this day, I have to turn my head away and like tell the nurse who's drawing the blood from me, like, hey, this has nothing to do with you. This is all me. I'm a freak. I can't stand getting my blood drawn. I'm sorry. I know this is really rude, but I'm going to be turning my head, and I'm sorry if I can't talk to you. And so many of these nurses kind of laugh when I tell them that. You know, it's like, it's such a joke. Like, I've seen memes about it where apparently, you know, I'm just the biggest pansy. I mean, I got tattoos. I've got piercings. I can handle pain. It's not the pain that's the problem. It's not necessarily the needle. It's this stuff that's keeping me alive, that's in my body. You're taking it out, and it upsets me. That's what's going on. It's as simple as that. I just want the stuff that's supposed to be in your body to keep you alive. I just want it in there. Is that so weird? I don't understand why so many people, when I tell them I don't like getting my blood drawn, they have to judge me and make me feel like a freak. It's like, no, actually, you're the freak. You are. You're the one who's saying it's not normal. I think I'm the correct one here. It's actually more normal for the blood to stay in the body. Thank you very much. But, you know, I really can't let things bother me all that much, man. Like, I try to just, like, shake things off, you know? Like, even this traffic that I'm in right now, and like this guy right here, oh my God. What an asshole. He's in a lane that's right turn only, goes all the way till the last second, and then slams himself back into the left lane like a total asshole. But I can't let that bother me. I'm a happy, serene, calm person. I'm not an angry person. I don't yell on the podcast all the time. I am a good, happy person who people want to be around. I am a good, happy person who people want to be around. This is a mantra I've started. Maybe it'll come true if I say it enough. I'm a good, happy person who people want to be around. I don't alienate myself from women. I don't lose my friends for the things I do, for my stupidity and stupid things I say and actions I make. Ah, no, I'm a well-adjusted, healthy person. That is the truth. That's right. I'm smart, I's kind, and I's is important. I'm trying to quote that line from the movie The Help, and I failed miserably. Well, anyways, I'm here at Taco Express, getting myself some dinner. I'm about to pull into the drive-thru now. And I gotta tell you, I'm happy to end this podcast. It's Friday. I need a break. No offense to you. But I hope you had a good time. Hope you had a good episode. And I hope you have a good day.